Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, I am still kind of dressed in the same attire as my last empties video because I'm filming it all in the same day. Let's just get started. I finished a bunch of these Urban Decays. As you can tell, it's in the old packaging, so there's about 3 bottles here. I love this stuff still. So pricey. Probably wouldn't pay full price for it again. I'll probably just buy the Scandinavia one again. I mean, for the price. At the same time, I tried the L'Oreal one, which is kind of awesome and very comparable in my opinion, but only about $10 to $15 less. So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if I would pay extra for this, but I also don't know if I want to pay that much for a drugstore version of it, you know what I mean? But I haven't needed it because I have Fix Plus up the hoo-ha, but I like it, would still repurchase it, but just not sure if I would take it for full price, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's cool. I definitely finished a couple of these HD primers. 1, 2, there's a third one sitting here next to me too. This one is the old number 6 primer. I love this stuff, let me just tell you. I love it so much that I finished 3 of them. I don't think I've ever finished a primer that much. The only other primer that I've ever finished was the Professional from Benefit, and I only finished it once. So this is the only primer I've ever finished where I have like multiple bottles. They do have a new version of this. I don't recall what it's called, but they do have a new bottle, and I do have one on backup, so I probably want to use it before it obviously goes bad, but I'm like, dang it, there's no backup for it. But the other one is comparable. I haven't tried it myself personally, so I'm not sure if it's as good, but I love this primer. This was the yellow primer. I don't even know if you guys can tell that it was yellow, but it's pretty awesome. Love this stuff. My skin loved it, lived for it, obviously, because it takes me about 6 months to finish one, so for a year and a half, this was like my favorite primer ever. Speaking of Makeup Forever, I finished another one of the dual matte powders. I have another one in my drawer, and I have another backup. I kind of laid off of it because I have so many foundation powders in my drawer right now, it's ridiculous, but this is still one of my absolute favorite, like top 5 favorite face powders in the world. I love this stuff. I remember when Sephora said they were discontinuing it, I was furious, so I bought like 2 backups at the time before I had my pro card from them. Now that I have my pro card, I'm not so worried, but at the time I was like, oh hell no. The only thing is that you can totally finish this really fast. There's about 10 grams of product in here, 0.35 ounces. But you can totally finish this really quickly if you use it every single day. I don't think I've ever been through a powder this many times, but I have a couple of these. There's like 2 laying around here. I do have a backup, and I have one currently open in my drawer. I have a ton of like mascaras here. Let me just kind of go through them one by one here. I finished a They're Real Benefit one, mostly in my kit, not for me personally. My personal one I have opened still. I haven't finished it, but this one is the one that I finished in my kit. I use this a lot in my kit. I don't really use it so much on myself. A ton of my clients love this stuff. It is very long wearing, it's water resistant, and it looks good on almost everybody. I'm not a huge fan of it for myself personally, and I probably wouldn't repurchase it because I don't really have to repurchase it. I have a million on backup, let me just say. Again, I used to work for Sephora. Y'all know that. This was Benefit's like #1 selling product next to the Professional primer, so we were always getting gratis on this. It's cool. I mean, I don't know. For me, it just doesn't work. I actually think the new roller lash would work better for me because I love the concept of it. You know, it's more curling, it's more separating. It'll stretch my lashes a little bit because I don't have much length. But this one, I don't know, the wand just does not work for me. I used to really like it. I'm not a fan anymore. An old MAC mascara that I finished. I don't know why. Okay, I have like 2 or 3 of these. I need to put this in my back-to-back, but this one is the old MAC Plush Lash. I had one on backup forever because I heard they were discontinuing it, so I purchased it a long time ago to have one on backup, and then I finished it. This is still one of my favorite everyday mascaras. I wouldn't use it like when I go to work or anything like that, but it's like a perfect like no makeup type of mascara. In fact, now that it's getting discontinued, I have a ton of customers asking for it, and it's driving me nuts because I'm sorry, it's been discontinued. But I really like the brush. It's super pretty, so that's kind of one of the reasons I kept it for so long, was because I really enjoy the brush. But something about this stupid specific packaging on this product, the cap always comes off. Like, it drives me nuts. I don't understand. Like, it just doesn't stay on very well. It drives me crazy. But I loved this mascara a lot. I used to always buy this and back to MAC it. So, I mean, I can't back to MAC anymore, obviously, because I'm with the company now, but I really enjoyed this mascara. I actually really liked it a lot. It really fluffed out your lashes. I would say the new replacement for it would be the Opulash Optimum Black. But I actually really like this one when they had it still, and I probably killed a couple of these since it came out the first time. Back in the day when they had Fiber Lash, that was one of my favorites because it was really lengthening and volumizing for me, and this was more fluffy. So then when I would use them together, it was like a match made in heaven. But yeah, sad to say, it's gone now. I finished 2 of these. This is the Voluminous oh my god, I can't even open it. This is the Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I love this mascara. It's probably definitely, no, it is a top 5 drugstore mascara favorite for me. I always have this on backup somewhere. I always get the waterproof version. The original version is still good, but I love the waterproof one because it holds my curl a lot better. I love this mascara. It was one of the first drugstore mascaras I ever fell in love with. And it's still, like, you know, one of those old school tried and true favorites that you'll always love. So I always have this on backup. I definitely coupon on it whenever I get a chance, but I love it, and it's so affordable. Love it, love it. Guilty pleasure there. I also finished a Voluminous False Lashes waterproof mascara, also from them. At first, I didn't care for this mascara, like, at all. Like, I was not a fan. I hated it when I first opened it. After I gave it a chance to, like, just kind of sit and get, like, kind of thicker, I actually really enjoyed it. I think I mentioned it in an old favorites video about 6 or so months ago, maybe, that I actually kind of started to like it. I started reaching for it like a lot, actually. But when I first opened it, I wasn't really a huge fan. In fact, I think I may have done like a first impressions or review video on it where I was like, I'm not impressed. But after I gave it, like, I want to say about a month to sit, like, I didn't reach for it for like a month and a half, and then I finally started using it, and it was like the perfect texture. So I feel like if I do ever purchase this again, because I probably would repurchase it, I actually really liked it, I would probably open it and just kind of like let it sit for a little bit to get a little dry and then start using it, because I feel like it gets better within the next couple of months after it's opened. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's too thin at first, and then it gets better when it gets thicker. Yeah. 2 mascaras that I definitely love and have repurchased. I have like a million backups of the Hyper Curl from Maybelline. This one you can only find in Asia. I love this mascara. It's amazing. I have maybe like 10 on backup when I last went to the Philippines. So I have like a million of these laying around. Of course, they're all sealed, no worries. It's also waterproof, probably one of the most waterproof mascaras I've ever used, ever. It has the weirdest wand. If you guys have ever seen the MAC Studio Sculpt lash, it's a similar wand where it's like 2 little combs that like go straight out, and I don't know. It's weird because I'm like, this is not gonna get on my lashes, but it's better than like a comb type of wand that's like too long where the bristles are super long. This one, the bristles are like, they're nice and short, so they really catch on my lashes and they coat everything, so I get all this volume at the base and then it stretches my lashes out. It's the bomb. I love this stuff. This one is the Aqua Smoky Lash from Makeup Forever, also a top 5 favorite mascara in general, like top 5 high-end mascaras. I have 2 tubes of these laying out. I love this mascara. It is definitely one of my favorites. It's totally slept on, let me just say. I use this a lot when I used to work at Sephora. I haven't had a chance to repurchase it, so I don't have a backup of it, but I finished the tube and was like, do I want to buy it again? But I just have so many mascaras in my drawer, and I probably have enough mascara to last me the rest of my life, thanks to Sephora. But, you know, I don't know. If I had a choice, I would definitely repurchase this. I love this mascara. Top 5 high-end favorite mascaras. Finished a couple brow pencils. I finished 2 of the MAC brow pencils, one in brunette and one in spiked. I use the brunette more often. Spiked is a little bit too dark for me. Even when I had black hair, I felt like it was too dark. I actually like the way brunette looks, especially since I usually use it with espresso eyeshadow or brun eyeshadow. But lately, because my hair is lighter, obviously, and I'm not sure if you guys can kind of see some of the blonder tones in it, but brunette just works best for me. I love this one. Even when my hair was black, I still liked the way it looked. A lot of you guys have been asking me what I've been using on my brows lately, and it's either just espresso eyeshadow or just this pencil. I don't really mix products anymore like I used to. I used to, like, all the time. I was like all about my brows, but now I keep it really nice, clean and simple. yeah, love this pencil, would totally repurchase. I finished a couple of the brunette brow pencils from Anastasia. It takes a while for these to kind of go away in my personal opinion. I have seen people that are just like, oh my god, this pencil runs out in like 2 weeks, and I'm like, what are you doing, eating it? Like, damn. But if you're using it like all over your brow, like literally all up in it, I can totally see why you run out of it. My old trainer from this brand, who I'm still friends with, he specifically told me that you're actually not supposed to use it like all over the brow like that. Like, it's not necessarily meant for that. It's actually meant for like perfecting, like kind of defining on little edges, and also for like, you know, like randomly filling in like sparse areas. It's not necessarily meant to be used like all over your brow. Like, there's a reason why it's tiny, you know what I'm saying? They have their other pencil, which is the thicker one that you sharpen. That one's actually made for filling in your brows, but you know, to each their own, do what you do. But I definitely recommend that if you, there's something, okay, there's a way that you can use it where you don't have to like keep going into your brow, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could like line a little under here, line on top, take an angled brush and like move the color around, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to use it like all over your brow and like go ham and like fleek them out like that. But it's totally up to you. That's just, you know, the training that I received on it. So just sharing that information with you. Otherwise, I love this pencil. I do have backups of it. I love it. I haven't had a chance to actually go out and repurchase it because I've always gotten it in gratis. I think I want to get a lighter color though. Now that my hair is lighter, and I plan on definitely going way lighter, I think I want to probably try soft brown or medium brown. I don't know yet, but brunette was the one that I used. Definitely one of my favorite colors. So if I still had it, I would probably use that. Yeah. I forgot to mention this when I was mentioning mascaras. I finished a couple of these Dior Maximizer serums. I guess you could say. It's not really a primer. It's more of like a lash booster sort of thing. I mean, it works as a primer, but it's also a treatment. Oh god. I use this so much, but the one thing I don't like about it is kind of like how the brush just sort of collects after a while. Not a huge fan, because I usually tightline before I put on my mascara. So I tightline and I line my eyes before my mascara goes on. And the one reason why I don't use lash primers is because it's white, obviously. So when I do this, some of my liner gets on the brush and then it clogs like this little guy. So as you can tell, it's like all up in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of gross. So I actually kind of liked having the mini ones. I used to get the mini ones from my my account executive who used to work for Dior. And I used to just get the little mini ones because the long one, it would just be a waste, you know what I mean? It's definitely worth the money though. I love this stuff. It's super creamy and it really, really works. If you have super stick straight, thin Asian lashes like me, you will love this stuff. Definitely worth. I love this lash glue. Hate the packaging. I wish there was a better way. I hate, like, I love the wand. Oh my god, I can't even open it. It's like glued shut. But this one has a wand applicator, and I really love this glue. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite lash glues, like, ever. But I hate the packaging. Like, I can't stand how, like, the glue collects right there. Like, the other one that's sitting here, like, I can't even, like, open or close it because it's, like, stuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. They need to figure that out. Because the product itself is absolutely amazing, but it totally gets stuck. So then after a while, I don't even think, there's the other one I don't even think I really quite finished, but it was just so dried up around the edges that it was like such a bitch to clean that I was like, I was like so frustrated. But I love this lash glue. It's amazing. A couple of lip balms that I finished, maybe more than a couple. This one is the Moisture Plus from Carmex. It's the peach tinted one. I actually really like this stuff. One of the very few Carmex products that I love. I love the color, really. So it was perfect for like my no makeup days when I just wanted to put a little color on my lips. It is a beautiful, like, warm peachy coral color that was super beautiful for summer. So I love this when I was like in the Philippines, when like I wasn't dry, but I just didn't want to wear a ton of makeup, you know? And I just love the way it feels. Like, it feels super creamy. It's amazeballs. Love it. I don't know if they make those anymore. I haven't seen them in a while because I know they have a lot of new lip products, you know, out on the market. This one is one of my favorite lip balms. This one is the Sephora Super Nourishing Lip Balm. I clearly loved it so much that like I was like digging into it for it. I usually use this when I'm like prepping my lips while I'm getting ready for work. So like I'll be doing my makeup and like I usually put this on before I like go ham on my face. I really love this balm. This balm was so popular thanks to Dr. Oz that literally like Sephora was sold out 4 months. Like, it was like long-term out of stock, and then when it came back in stock, people were buying like 10 of them, and oh my goodness. What's funny is if you ever need an alternative to this one, the Caudalie one is almost exactly, if not exactly the same, like ingredient wise. Just Sephora made a better one, I guess, and it was super affordable because compared to the Caudalie one, I think the Caudalie one it's like 10 bucks. This one's like 5, but yeah, people were going bananas over this. So before I left Sephora, I got a couple of these because I love them to death. Love. I also finished a Baby Lips, I want to say it's the peppermint one. I don't know, it's the green one. Again, one of those balms that I use like when I'm just kind of getting ready for work or putting my makeup on or whatever. I really enjoyed it because I like peppermint. Anything peppermint, I'm about it. So I really enjoyed it. I would probably repurchase it. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. There's really nothing else to say. Everybody loves Baby Lips, you know what I'm saying? My favorite lip balm in all of life is the Dior Lip Glow. So I finished one of these guys. I do have a million on backup, but I loved this for such a long time. I love this lip balm. I have tried other lip balms that are supposed to be comparables to it. So I've tried the Maybelline Lip Glow. I've tried, I think that's what it's called. And then I've tried the Color Reveal. I think that's what it's called. Color Reveal lip balm from Sephora. There's like a Tarte one that's like a Lip Surgeon's pencil. There's a couple of them. And then there's like the O Glow from Smashbox, which is like a lip plumper type thing. Anyway, this one is my favorite. It's so creamy. It's worth every single penny. It's $30. It's so expensive. So thank you God that I have backups. I have backups, you know, from gratis and stuff like that. So I'm glad that I have backups of it because, man, this shit is expensive. The best time to get it is definitely like when, you know, so if you have like your VIB 20% off thing or whatever, that's the best time to get it because they're super expensive. I love this stuff though. Lip balms from Dior, they're just the bomb. I also finished another one of these NARS Pro Prime primers. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers, top 5 if you will, maybe even top 3. It's kind of pricey. It's $24 and it doesn't last as long as the Urban Decay one that comes in a tube. That's the only downfall, is I feel like I'm like scraping and like trying to get all up in there, but this is like, ugh, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite primers ever in life. I do not understand why the packaging looks like this. I know that NARS is just trying to make it nice and sleek, but honestly, it really doesn't need this long of a wand. It's like kind of stupid because all the product is all up in there. But I get it. They're trying to make it look nice and even, but I think packaging wise, you know, like put it in a tube, damn it. Sheesh. Love that thing though, regardless. Now we're gonna get into eyeliners. Last of the makeup favorites, or makeup empties. Well, I keep saying favorites, why? This one is the Brush On Cream Liner from Clinique. Clearly very well loved. I know you guys have, if you guys are familiar with my channel for a very long time, I used to use this a lot. This was one of my favorite liners, especially when I did tutorials. I love this liner. It's kind of awesome. It's not waterproof by any means, but it is long wearing, super creamy, and very nice and black, which top 3 things for me when it comes to looking for a liner. I would love it for it to be waterproof, but I actually kind of like that it's not. Like the Bobbi Brown one, it's long wearing. It doesn't necessarily have to be waterproof. Water resistant is enough for me. As long as it doesn't smudge and it doesn't get all over my eyeballs, I'm all about it. I love my Inglot one, and I love my MAC one. I also love Bobbi Brown, and I love my Makeup Forever one. So there's a ton of like gel cream type of liners that I own, but I really liked this one when I had it. It was one of the first that I ever tried besides MAC Black Track, and I like instantly fell in love, and it lasted me forever. Like forever. Like literally, I finally just like, as I'm purging my collection, I like looked at it and was like, ooh, that is super dry, but I didn't feel bad about it because I think it's one of the only black liners that I like literally practically finished. Like I literally went ham on this thing. You know I like something when I literally like clearly finish it. One of my favorite liquid liners, you cannot read the packaging on it anymore, but this is the Stila liquid liner. I love this stuff. Yeah, no, there's nothing left in there. Some people told me that theirs did not last 6 months. It's supposed to have a 6-month lifespan. Some people said it lasted less for them, but I got my good 6-month wear out of it for me personally, and I used it every single day I had it. Like, I love this stuff. I definitely have backups, thank you, gratis. But I really enjoy this liner. It's definitely one of my favorites. I wish MAC would make the penultimate more waterproof, because it's not exactly as waterproof as I would like it to be. It's more water resistant and long wearing, I should say, but not necessarily waterproof. I don't think they claim that it is, just because they don't want to say it is and it's not. This is also blacker and richer. Some people told me that theirs dried out though, and I didn't really have that problem, so I'm not sure, but definitely one of the best sellers at Sephora. I love this liner. It's awesome. I have a couple of these in here. 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 of these hanging out. These are the old Sephora kohl liners that I used to love. When they discontinued this, I was like, what am I going to do with my life? This was the one in Keep Black. I still have one on backup. That's how much I love it. When it like started to sell out, I was like, uh-oh, we're not getting any more. So I bought a couple of them. But I have 3 of them that I've like clearly very well loved. Can't sharpen them anymore. I love how black this eyeliner is. It's one of my favorite black liners ever in life. Too bad they don't make it anymore. The equivalent now is this one, which I have also finished and loved, and it's the one that replaced it, which is also, I think it's called Black Lace. But this is the Sephora 12-Hour Contour Pencil, which I love. Love this pencil, so I'm glad that the replacement was just as good. I do still think that this one was better, but I think color-wise they're equally as black, equally as creamy, but like wear time, I still feel like the original was better. This one is really good though. The 12-Hour Contour Pencils from Sephora, those are the bomb. I finished a bunch of these as well, so I have all these like little sticks laying around. Like, what the hell is all this? Like, let me get rid of it. Like 1, 2, 3, like Jesus Christ. Again, I fly through liner like there's no tomorrow, so I usually have a bunch of them hanging out in my drawer. It's time to get thrown away, you know what I'm saying? I also finished a, which one is this one? Oh, this one is a Milani Liquify. It took me a second to learn. What is this? This is the Milani Liquify. Also one of my favorite drugstore eyeliners. It's a lot like the Sephora 12-Hour Contour one, where it's just as creamy, very rich in black. So I really enjoyed this one. Love it. Love it, love it. Would definitely repurchase that. And then I have a whole like handful. I probably have like 3 or 4 of these of the PowerPoint in engraved. Oh my god, so tiny. So they all look like this. I have about 5 of them sitting in front of me. I love this pencil. I don't know what it is about this stupid pencil, but it's just something I always gravitate towards. Like, I could try a million eyeliners in the world, and I have, as you can tell. There's even some that I've like thrown away, like forgetting like, oh crap, I was supposed to put that in an Empties video. But I fly through eyeliner, like I tell you, and I've finished so many of these, and despite how expensive, well, I had a pro card, but despite how expensive it was compared to what I could find at the drugstore, what I could find at Sephora, I still bought it. Like, I still bought the stupid thing. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!